Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's boy South Armada Training here, and today we'll be looking at NAKD, probably our favourite stock of this channel, honestly. Like, you are giving us so much love, and I can't thank you enough for the recent support of this channel. It's been absolutely amazing. I can't thank you all enough. Also, as well, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to the NAKD Reddit page and the NAKD Telegram. If you haven't checked those out, I'll leave a description down. I'll leave a link to them down below, so please do check them out. They're an amazing community, and honestly, like, they're helping us out so much, and I want to help them out also to get new eyeballs on their sort of feeds. With that being said, today we're going to be doing a stock analysis. We're going to be doing a graphical analysis of NAKD and where it could go in a not so distant future. And also as well, I'll be looking to see if there's any recent news about NAKD and where it's going to go potentially in the future. With that being said, let's get into the video. Before we get into today's video, I just want to say that I'm in no way, shape or form a financial advisor, and please take anything I say with a pinch of salt. I'm simply a university student studying business and management, and that is all. Stocks are battlefields. Be sure to do your own research, your own due diligence before entering into the battlefield. I can only scout the battlefield for you, however, I cannot fight the battle for you. With that being said, let's move on. So, as you all know, I am a business and management student, right? So I do a lot of business I do business operations. That is literally what I'm studying at the moment. So I can give you a pretty good insight into what NAKD's most recent business model is actually going to be like. So as you all know, NAKD is adopting an e-commerce model, which, if you didn't know, e-commerce or electronic commerce refers to transactions conducted via the internet. So it's a worldwide structure, and everyone can sort of buy from anywhere in the world, right? So that is one good thing. They're hitting a worldwide market within e-commerce. Every time individuals and companies are buying or selling products and services online, they're engaging in e-commerce. So when they're doing transactions and when they're engaging with customers and like just sort of getting new business activity online over the internet, that is an e-commerce structure. They are advertising over the internet. They are talking to customers, they're interacting with customers over the internet. So that is what an e-commerce structure is. The term e-commerce also encompasses other activities, including online auctions, so things like eBay, other online auctions, you know what an online auction is, internet banking, payment gateways, and online ticketing. So those are all the different steps within e-commerce. And you may be wondering, why am I mentioning this? Well, it's to give you all an understanding of how powerful an e-commerce business structure can be, because they aren't just in a store. It's not just targeting a specific place. It's not targeting a specific area. There's nothing to do with location within this, because the location is on the internet, and everything about the internet is worldwide. Anyone can access it from any country. So as long as they have the operations behind it, the supply and operational management behind it, they'll be able to supply to meet demand to anywhere across the world. So that is a very important factor for you to consider when investing in NAKD, because NAKD is estimating to make $3.5 trillion. Now, I don't think it's going to happen, right? I don't think they're probably going to get that close to that figure, really. But the fact that they're talking about those sorts of figures gives me a lot of hope about NAKD, and I think they may know something which we don't. So I think that's something to always bear in mind when investing within NAKD. It's got a good business structure to it, and no matter what these news articles are saying, I believe that the e-commerce route for NAKD as a clothing company, as a brand, is a very, very good route to go down, especially in the current climate of COVID, right? So that is something that I wanted to say before this video started. Now, another reason why NAKD as a brand could be very good within this e-commerce structure is if you look at their current sort of position with Fredericks of Hollywood, right? So the manager of Fredericks of Hollywood stated that we are pleased to see that Fredericks of Hollywood's sales have grown at such a rapid rate in response to the key improvements made over the last years. And for anyone who doesn't know, Fredericks of Hollywood made a very e-commerce centric structure, and that increased their sale rates because they were able to adapt. They were able to adapt to the current climate that we're in currently. And honestly, this is why they have seen these rapid growths of sales, because they've been able to adapt quicker than other businesses that are maybe trying to enter into this intimate apparel / swimwear state, right? So he said this is a clear indication that the strategic pivot to make Fredericks of Hollywood a mobile platform with multiple enhancements is not only driving improved customer retention, but also new sales. We believe the acquisition provides a strong platform to drive the next phase of growth of our e-commerce business and offers key opportunities for future operating synergies with our extensive wholesale and retail distribution channels. So before you invest in NAKD, you'll have to sort of understand, right, that they are currently advertising and they're putting their platform on this Fredericks of Hollywood. They are associating their brand with this already established brand, which is amazing, honestly. And it gives you an understanding of where they're going with this e-commerce structure. They are going on a platform which already has existing sales. They already have existing customers. So in my opinion, NAKD right now, from this e-commerce structure, from a business standpoint, is going to be a very good long-term investment. And honestly, I can see this going up. Now, one thing I would say about NAKD is it is currently NASDAQ compliant. They have been able to maintain their NASDAQ sort of compliance, which is a very, very good sign, right? But they're going to have some sort of PR, some sort of boost to be able to keep the NASDAQ compliant. But that is not difficult. They still have quite a while before it goes. But you have to remember as well, if they are below that $1 mark for 30 days, then they have to meet compliance again, which for anyone who doesn't know, is 10 days for 180 days. So 10 consecutive days over that $1 mark for over the period of 180 days. So they have to have 10 days where they're over the $1 mark. But as I said, that is not difficult, because if they have some breaking news, they have something that the public it's going to consequently increase the sort of position of NAKD as an actual investment. If you actually wanted to invest in NAKD as a stock itself. So as you all saw on Friday, what happened, right, was NAKD had a massive rocket ship up to the 0.89 mark until it started coming down, right? And the reason why it came down was because people basically sold at this top mark here. And what we saw was this downward trend again, and then we saw it sort of hitting sort of a support level currently sort of around this mark down here, which is around the 0.76, sort of down to the 0.71 mark. And this seems to be quite a good support structure. As you see, there is pretty much 3 touch points, almost 4 there. So this is a good solid support structure, right? And what we saw was a sort of downward canal as market opened. Now, do I think the same is going to happen again today? Potentially. History does tend to repeat itself with these sort of graphs, right? We may see a big spike at some point today, and then we're going to see it come back down again. And this is nothing to worry about, right? Because what we're going to see is we're going to see probably a spike up, a bit of a reversal, and then we're going to see some reconsolidation. But at some point, NAKD will have some sort of squeeze. And also as well, NAKD as a brand, once it releases its financial earnings, I wouldn't be surprised if NAKD has actually made a significant amount of money because of its new e-commerce structure. And, I have a lot of faith within this brand, and that is why I keep making videos about it, because I think that I see some stuff which other people may not. I know a lot of the NAKD holders think quite similar to the way I think at the moment, because what I think is going to happen within NAKD, right, is I think that this e-commerce structure is going to keep improving the brand, increasing the sort of structure behind the brand, increasing their assets, increasing their portfolio, developing as a brand. And I think that their CEO is actually doing an amazing job within NAKD as well. But where I think NAKD today is going to go, I think we're going to see it go potentially up to the 0.9 mark, maybe even higher, to be honest, maybe around the $1 mark, maybe even higher than that. Honestly, who knows? It's a reversal. We could see anything happen today, honestly, and it is all going to depend on the volume. As you all know, NAKD we own a large percentage of NAKD, and we will have a large say in the volume that we put into the stock, and that will sort of represent the price. Now, if we see a big sort of buy into NAKD at the start of the market open, we will see the price of NAKD probably go up quite quickly, but I'm not sure whether we will probably see a sell-off when it reaches a certain price, because people, obviously, bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That's the stock market, right? So although people may be buying, people will also be selling to make those short-term gains. We will have some day traders within the stock. And also as well, you have to also consider that there are quite a lot of Shamu whales within NAKD now that will just be day trading with their millions. So, we have to take into account all of those factors before investing within NAKD. However, I think that NAKD as a brand as a whole is a very good buy, because it's only going to keep going up in the future. And honestly, I can see NAKD today potentially reaching $1. Don't quote me on that. That is my due diligence. That is my opinion. So do your own research before thinking that's going to happen. But it's all my opinion, and I'm entitled to that. Well, I hate to say I told you all so. I've been saying this for a month now. As soon as I made this YouTube channel, I talked about NAKD. I told you all that the e-commerce platform was going to be the play. And this is coming straight from the horse's mouth. NAKD have just reported that their balance sheet solidified with $270 million worth of cash with zero debt. Oh, this is music to my ears, honestly. This is music to my ears. And for anyone who, took my advice on board at how good NAKD was as a buy, then, we're laughing now, So thank you everyone who has supported me along this sort of journey. And don't think it's going to stop here. We're going to be giving you all NAKD all the time. But this is breaking news, and it's something that I had to report. It's come out literally today. And honestly, all the critics, all of the fake news, all of these news articles that they've been slandering NAKD as a brand. Now look, right? E-commerce centric platform is what made this happen right here. So the growth capital available to fund the development of NAKD's digital transformation to become an e-commerce leader in the intimate apparel market. Prominent finance leader Simon Tripp joins board of directors, bringing significant capital markets and M&A experience. So a global leader in intimate apparel has solidified its balance sheet with the completion of multiple strategic financing, resulting in cash proceeds of $270 million and the elimination of all previous debt servicing obligations. The company also regained compliance in late February under NASDAQ listing requirements and is in the final stages of receiving the necessary regulatory approval and preparing to seek shareholder approval for the previously announced divestiture of its brick and mortar operations. So good news all round for NAKD. And I hope you all appreciate these videos that we've been making for you about NAKD. And now you can all see for yourself that e-commerce is a well and truly great business model, and this is just a sort of this just brings substance to what I was saying previously. Thank you all for watching this video. If you have enjoyed this video and you've gained something from this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe for new. It really helps the channel out, and we're currently on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd ever say that, so thank you all so much for helping us get this far. And we're going to continue our grind. We're going to continue making these videos for you all. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it, and I know Josh does as well. And Josh is also going to have a video up later today about the whole dark pooling behind NAKD and the price action behind it. So stay tuned for that one. And with that being said, thank you for watching. This is me, boy, Sam from our train. See you in the next video on the channel. Take care, everyone.